Thank you so much. It is spacing out time. It's been the driest fall that we've had in decades thus far, and it's also come with a lot of clear nights. Also been the best time to view Jupiter since 1964. Ross is picking it up from there. Good morning.
Yeah, so we've had a lot of neat things to look at, but there's something else that'll also be stealing the show coming up in the night sky, and it'll be visible here as we continue to go through the month of November. Shooting stars, the International Space Station, and a lunar eclipse have been the highlights in the night sky recently, but this month there are two planets that are also putting on a show.
Jupiter's this beamingly bright thing over in the sort of southeast. Saturn is a slightly dimmer object more towards the southeast. But they're really obvious. Of course, planets don't twinkle, so kind of look for the star things that don't look like they're twinkling.
And you don't even have to leave the city lights to find them.
Oh, Jupiter and Saturn you can see in the city lights. Like I said, we observe it at Brooks Observatory at the University of Toledo, which is as bright as it gets. We've got the glass bulb blasting away half the night.
Jupiter has been at its biggest and brightest point this fall since the early 1960s. The viewing's so good right now, even a small telescope will reveal the four moons surrounding the gas giant. But Jupiter and Saturn, they're not the only planets visible through November.
But you know, midnight, 1, 2, 3, 4, if you're up in the middle of the night, you might look up sort of into the east, southeast, and you might see a red-looking thing, and that's the planet Mars.
All right, so what about the viewing conditions going into the weekend? Well, we'll start off with tonight because there is a narrow window here where I think you're going to have great viewing once again, and it's right after the sun goes down, so 6 to about 8, even 9 o'clock for this evening, and that'll be the time where you want to look towards the southeast part of the sky. Jupiter and Saturn visible there. A little bit later, look to the east, and Mars will be visible there. The later in the night, though, you wait, the more clouds we're going to have, and clouds are going to be an issue going into the weekend. There's a narrow window in the middle of the night for Friday night that should clear on out, but early in the morning and late at night there'll be quite a bit of cloud cover, and Saturday night going into Sunday morning overall doesn't look great. So the takeaway here is sooner is better than later when it comes to viewing those planets. I would do that later on for this evening. I'm meteorologist Ross Elliott, and that's Spacing Out.